Russia has recently launched one of its biggest air attacks in the war against Ukraine thus far, killing 31 civilians, wounding more than 160, and hitting a number of different cities as well as civilian infrastructure across a wide swath of the country. According to the Ukrainian foreign minister, today millions of Ukrainians, I should say, awoke to the loud sound of explosions. I wish those sounds of explosions in Ukraine could be heard all around the world. And I understand the concern because obviously the eyes of the world are less focused on Ukraine, considering other conflicts. But Volodymyr Zelensky also tried to draw attention to this on Twitter, posting about the wide range of different civilian facilities that were hit, including maternity wards, schools, shopping malls, residential buildings, storage, parking lots across a number of different cities. And the Ukrainian Air Force says that they downed 87 cruise missiles and 27 suicide drones. And yet many were successful and a number of people lost their lives. And because I don't know that we've talked about these numbers recently, I also just want to let everyone know how significant the violence has been through this year-and-a-half-long conflict. US intelligence believes that Russia has sustained 315,000 casualties in this conflict that they needlessly began. That's both deaths and injuries. The Ukrainian death toll, according to anonymous US sources, is estimated around 70,000, including about 10,000 civilians, including 560 children, which is a monumental amount. It's devastating and it's not abating. Larger attacks than we've seen for a number of months. Rivan, I want to start with you. What do you make of this?
I mean, it's despicable, and it does feel like Russia capitalized. And this is also my speculation, but speculation that was made by Ukrainian officials as well. They're capitalizing on a moment where they think the eyes of the world are no longer on them to launch this devastating attack that took the lives of so many civilians, especially at a time where there is in this country Republicans who are refusing to allow any aid to Ukraine as an attachment to any sort of bill, that they're fighting aid going to Ukraine, even aid just to their civilians, military aid as well. I think that it is absolutely reasonable to believe that that is one of the reasons why Russia launched this attack at this moment. And it's important to note that there's devastating civilian death, but also destruction of infrastructure and displacement going on in Ukraine as well. I know we've focused a lot on the horrific circumstances, the genocide in Gaza, but there is a humanitarian crisis in Ukraine, and I'm glad we're getting an opportunity to cover this story so that more people can be aware that this is not over. It has been ongoing. It's been going on for quite some time now, and the people of Ukraine are desperate for Western attention and Western aid.
I'm very much opposed to war, but when you have a situation like this, I think it's pretty obvious that we have to continue to support the Ukrainians because they need it. Otherwise, they're gone, and then who knows where else Vladimir Putin goes after. I mean, it's really just heartbreaking to hear these things, hear these numbers. Again, the same thing with the war going on with Israel and Gaza, and I really wish there were a diplomatic solution to this. I really wish we could push through something, but in the meantime, I think the best bet they have is the United States stepping up. But you have these, again, Republican members of Congress who are really trying to sell this idea that why are we spending money there when we have problems here? Again, where there's actual money set aside for things like that versus money set aside for things in America. And by the way, if you were to say to those same Republican Congress people, well, okay, fine, you know what, let's take that money and help our people here, they'd probably not vote for it. They'd probably say, no, we don't want that money going to helping anybody who needs actual help in America. We want that money to go towards corporate tax breaks and whatever. Yeah. So, there's a lot of hypocrisy. There's a lot of, covering people's eyes with their, this is idea of isolationism and Ukraine doesn't need us. But the truth is that we all know that they do. And this is a reminder. So,
If you enjoyed this video, that's because of our members. They make us independent, they make us strong, and they make us honest. Become a member today by hitting the join button below.